everyone for tuning back in to Nobody Told Me. My name is Amy Estalis, and this is my wing boy, Gummy Nieves, my little gummy bear. I love you so much.
Don't get jealous.
Don't get jealous, Gula. So we wanted to pick up where we left off from last time, but like really quickly, I just wanted to do a couple shout outs. One is I am wearing Allison clothing.
Oh, I love it.
Don't you love it?
I love it. I think it's like really because you know we're in summertime, so it looks like you're wearing this. And I was like, it's really refreshing. I don't sweat or nothing, and I love it. She designs everything.
She does each piece by hand, like hand dyes, stamps it, whatever. Her stuff, I feel like I'm at home in her stuff. And my husband said I looked really hot in this today, which you're Gula.
Hey.
And, so anyway, so I love her stuff.
You were like scratching yourself.
I always scratch. Well,
oh, okay.
Maybe I'm nervous.
Oh, okay. No, I thought you were like, oh yeah, like Gula grabbed me by the neck or something. I don't know. I was like, I don't know how spicy is that gonna be.
If you grab me by the neck, you're gonna pay for it.
What do you mean?
Oh my God. You said, did somebody grab you by the neck? Did you say that?
No, I said Gula grabbed me by the neck.
Oh my God. Do you really think anyone would grab me by the neck and they wouldn't pay for that?
No, not in that bad way.
Oh,
now you got it. Oh, Lord Jesus.
Oh, in that way.
Uh-huh.
Okay, in the kielbasa way.
Oop. If you say so.
Well, let's cheers to coffee. You know me, and you know that I go everywhere with my Dunkin' Donuts.
I know.
And I told you guys before, I am going to get Dunkin' Donuts to sponsor this show because I don't go anywhere without a Dunkin' cup. It says America runs on Dunkin'. The Estalis family runs on Dunkin'.
Oh, there you go. That's a great shout out. Thank God you're getting sponsored. I'm not. Look, mine said Scorpio.
Are you a Scorpio?
Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh, that explains you to a T.
That's why you like me so much.
Listen, and you and I are going to become friends today on Snapchat because you know I have a new obsession with Snapchat filters, right? Like I have a problem. I love those little videos. I mean, who doesn't look gorgeous on a Snapchat filter?
Oh my God.
Even if you have ears on. You know, bunny ears and a bunny nose or leopard glasses.
I like the one that changed the voice.
I do that all the time. But my skin looks so good in a Snapchat filter.
Yeah.
Like I'm a red blotchy, like la 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 la. But I look so good on a Snapchat filter.
There you go.
Oh my God.
So we're gonna do it all the time.
Oh, we're gonna do it every day. We're gonna send each other a Snapchat filter.
Done and done.
Okay. Done and done. Done and donest? Or
done and dusted.
Done and dusted. Okay,
yeah.
Done and dusted. Cheers to done and dusted.
Oh. Cheers.
Okay.
Done.
Now I want you to go back in where we left off last time.
So, talking about some of the situations about how cultures are different from one another.
Yes.
So we started talking about on relationships. Back in the day, it was just like the man go to work, the wife stays at home, and for a lot of cultures, no matter where you're from, it's kind of like still like that.
Yes.
So when you're in America and you start meeting all these new different types of culture, and then you get that clash. Be like, no, we don't do this way. But at the end of the day, I was like, I was taught all my life this is how things will go.
Yeah.
And now a lot of the things, so when you start looking at those diversity, a lot of people get like frustrated about that.
Right.
Number one, it's not how we used to be. Things are changing, things are different. People need to understand that it's between the peace, the love, the unity, and respect.
Yes.
Those are the things that is the most. And when you have a relationship and things goes that way, that is the best thing.
Yeah.
So one I said anniversary before, because I was gonna say something. It don't matter where we place this video, that my beliefs and my opinions, that doesn't mean I will affect the channel that it is.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I always say is like, people get frustrated when situations like that are happening, and then be like, "Oh, you're having a child." I was like, "No. I'm not having a child. We are having the child."
Yes.
So it's like it's a team effort.
Yeah.
Like, you put it in. You need to help me get it out.
Exactly. And you help take care of it. And there's so much of that. You see it, and it's a lot of it's on TV or social media where it's the woman or the mother is taking care of the child solely by herself because the man thinks because he's working, when he comes home he's done.
No.
It doesn't work that way.
No,
it doesn't work that way.
Parents are 24/7.
Yeah, and because Gula and I talked about that in the beginning, like, you know, there were so many things that I feel like you have to verbally if you got to get that stuff out, because there's a book called Nobody Told Me, or not Nobody Told Me, The Four Agreements.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and so it talks about you come into the world and you're like this perfect being, and you go along and society kind of molds you, your teachers mold you, your parents mold you, and you go on this journey of learned behavior. And at some point you kind of take the path, you come to a point where you can make that choice to go on your own path. And that's like a marriage, I think, or when you have a child, like you have to be willing to stop at that point and say, look, I don't want to go this way. I mean, I want to take the things that I loved from my upbringing and leave the rest behind.
Yeah.
And you and I need to start this new way. And that new way could be where you come home from work and make dinner because I just spent 8 hours with the kid, and then I'll do a bath later. You know what I mean? Like I need that time to kind of unwind.
Yeah,
and so many people don't do that.
Yeah, and I put it like college. When you go to college and you're like, I have to take Math 101. Really? Do I have to do this again? Didn't I just took a whole bunch of math in high school? But what people don't understand is then you take Math 102.
Yeah.
So when you're single, you are on your 101.
Yeah.
When you turn into a partnership situation, marriage, a partner, or whoever, it's a 102.
Yeah.
So for me, my logic is you take the best that you learn.
Yeah.
And the best that you learn from your parents, from your teachers,
Yeah.
from your peers,
Yeah.
or any really that you see as your role model.
Yeah.
Take the best, and then how I'm gonna mold this now.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of people don't understand is like, you do not have to be like your mom or your dad.
Yes.
You take what's good, and then you start making your own.
Yeah.
And then you make your own.
Yeah.
Because you can't be copying your mom or your dad, because then you're never gonna be happy.
Yeah.
You have to be your own. So.
And then you hopefully will infuse all that goodness that you choose to bring along, that you hopefully will take that stuff and put it into your child.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And hopefully Owen will get all of our good stuff and then
he'll do his own thing.
Yeah, and leave the rest behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with Gula and I as his parents, how can he not be perfect?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But even these.
Hold on. Why can he not be perfect?
Well, nobody's perfect.
Hold on. It's not that nobody's perfect. Everybody's unique.
Yeah.
So how could they be not perfect?
Unique and perfect are different, though, in the way that, like, if everybody were perfect, then we wouldn't go through trials and tribulations and learn how to get through stuff.
I know, but when I say unique and perfect to a person, like a person's behavior or a person's attitude, it's more kind of like you are you. Like nobody can replicate you.
Yeah, so I'm unique.
And so in your way, you're unique and you're perfect on your own way. Because nobody's going to shame me. It's like when I decided to come out, it was really tough. A lot of people don't like to talk about that. A lot of kids will be like, oh my gosh, if I say this, I'm going to get kicked out by my parents, and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So in one way, I had to figure it out. How am I going to talk this to my parents?
Yeah.
Because they're expecting me to be this type of person.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm this one.
Right.
The first thing that my mom says, like, no matter what, I love you however you are.
Yeah.
So I got that from her.
Yeah.
From the other party, it was totally different. So it's like, it is okay. You'll talk to me whenever you want, and he did. So he'll talk to me and whatever, but we don't have the same relationship that I have with my mom.
Yeah.
So, but just thinking, like, I took the best from her and him, and I made it my own.
Right.
So that's what, and now I'm going to make my own. If along the way, if I make decisions, I'll make sure that he takes the best of me, and then he'll incorporate his part on.
Yeah.
So going back to that, like, I am perfect in my own way because it's me.
You're
I
perfect in your eyes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I'm perfect in God's eyes. You know, in my God's eyes. I mean, and that's something too. Like, and Gula and I talk a lot about that, is that spiritual part, about just being right in our God's eyes. I mean, we're certainly not religious in any way, but we're spiritual. And we talk a lot about that. Like I do, like lately, just not to get off subject, but kind of, sort of, lately, like I've been thinking, I do a lot of tarot cards, and I do my angel cards, and I kind of have
sage and everything.
And I have this side of me that's really wide open, in a way that is sometimes not healthy for me because I take on so much stuff from other people, like constantly, and I'm not good at protecting myself. I know how to protect myself, but I feel like sometimes my angels on the other side don't want me to protect myself, so they can stay close to me. So sometimes my old upbringing, my Catholic upbringing, makes me wonder if my God, my spiritual God, is mad at me because I'm doing stuff with the other side. You know what I mean? Because that, in a Catholic upbringing, that's considered a Pandora's box. You're opening a Pandora's box by dinkering around with people on the other side. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But I can't help that because I'm wide open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So sometimes I wonder about that. But path crossing.
I know, but now I'm going to give you an example, and you're going to tell me how. And sorry for the religious part. That
I know.
We're going to talk this.
We're going to talk about everything.
This is a really tough topic when we start talking about religion.
Yeah.
But let's say this, just an example. The person can be really arrogant. The person is not friendly.
Yeah.
The person is not a good human being.
Yeah.
But he goes to church every day.
Oh, yes.
And then he does all the things that they say. But so you tell me.
Yeah, right.
When are you gonna do that? Like that's the part that you like.
But I think what I'm saying in it is that that's still ingrained in me, that little piece of that upbringing, that Catholicism upbringing. So once in a while, that sneaks in, that fear that, oh my gosh, maybe I shouldn't be open, but I don't know how to be closed off. I think I have some tools to be closed off to that stuff, but I don't really want to be because I have this relationship with these angels and things like that. So just what I'm saying is that learned behavior once in a while will creep up on me and give me a headache.
That's like your angel side. No, but the one thing that I always tell Amy, because everybody has that. Yeah. Everybody does that and everybody deals with that. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
The one thing that I always tell everybody, no matter what, just do you.
Yeah.
Do you. Do things good. Don't do nothing wrong to your neighbor. Love your neighbor. And just do good stuff.
That could be hard for me.
Just loving your neighbor, it is really awesome. Because you have to have a line.
Yeah.
You have to have a line, and then you make sure that line is always there. And you're loving your neighbor. You're enjoying your neighbor. You're loving your neighbor. You're giving all the good of Amy that you're giving out.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's fine.
You do.
If somebody crossed your line, that's on them. Yeah. Remember, there's karma. Yeah. And karma knows everybody's address.
I love that. Yes.
That's bottom line.
Yes. Well, and so I want to be right in God's eyes. And like, I just ask him every day,
But how you know you're bad?
I don't think that
I just opened the Pandora's box.
I know. I don't think I'm bad, but sometimes I feel like, my God, sometimes I feel like that maybe he's upset with me. That's just me. I go deep with my thoughts, with my spirituality, and both sides.
Well, you have to make sure that when you're working on your spirituality, don't storytell in your head.
Yeah.
Because
don't let it rent space in your head.
It's funny. Now that we're talking about this, I went through that. I would say phase in life.
Yeah.
That I was kind of like talking to self-talk. Because it is self-talk, because you're pushing yourself down, you're pushing yourself up, and it's just like you don't know, and then you start storytelling. It's like, oh, what am I gonna do, whatever. Yeah. So all that situation sometimes it takes you to a whole new point and a whole new life that you're like, hold on, what? Like, what am I doing to myself?
Yeah.
And that sometimes is us. So this is why sometimes people say it's like your worst enemy is yourself.
Yes.
So that's the bottom line. Like, you're self-talking. So that's why at the end of the day, it is what it is. Just do good.
Yeah.
And help your neighbor.
Yeah. And I tell my husband all the time, because I do have a particular neighbor thing. Uh-huh. And so I tell Julia, like, I just want to be spiritual every day, all day.
Yeah.
But when I come home and it's like, and there's no parking, I can go off the rails. And I tell him, I'm like, oh my God, I think that my God just really wants me to be angry today, because every day I come home and I'm angry because I live close to idiots.
Ooh. Well, that's a different type of neighbor. So just ask for patience.
I know.
Just ask for patience. Well, making it short, tell me a little bit about your earrings. Because I'm looking at them, they're going to look like really fabulous.
Okay, so these are my spoon earrings, and I wear these every single day. Now, I mean, I love to wear different jewelry. You know, I love jewelry. But I've been wearing these a lot lately. There's something out there called the spoon theory, okay? And so I have like a whole host of autoimmune stuff. Like, it's just really kicking my butt. But anyway, there's something called the spoon theory, and it's basically, you know, a lot of people with autoimmune, they look normal. And people are like, you don't look sick. What is, you know, whatever. But we can't get out of bed some days, like, you know, our bones like lock up. I mean, there's so many different kinds of autoimmune. But anyway, so the spoon theory is basically a woman invented it. So her and her girlfriend were out to breakfast and at a diner, and the one girl says, you know, so-and-so, I want to help you, but I don't know how to help you, and I don't know how you feel. I don't know. I forget what autoimmune thing the girl had, but she had one that she was really sick all the time. And the girl said, I don't know what you mean by you being sick, so I need for you to give me an example. And so the girl, the sick girl, goes around and gets 10 spoons, okay, from the restaurant. She goes around off everybody's table and she gets 10 spoons, and she lines them up. And she said, you know, when you get out of bed, she said, you get out of bed, you go get a shower, you get dressed for work, you get your breakfast, and you get in the car. She said, that might take you 1 spoon, okay? Then you go to work, and, you know, you spend a work day, that might take you 2 spoons. Then you come after work, you go to the gym, that might be another 1 spoon, 2 spoons. You come home, you have dinner, and by the end of the day, you still have 3 spoons left over. For someone who has autoimmune, when we get out of bed, just in order for me to open my eyes and think about getting out of bed is 1 spoon. For my feet to get on the floor and to actually make it across the room and down 3 steps is another spoon. Okay.
That's only in the morning?
That's in the morning. I'm not even awake yet.
Hold on.
Okay, wait. Now,
hold on.
Okay.
So you're telling me that one feet asks permission to another feet to move?
Yes. When you get out, when an autoimmune person, like for me, like I have lupus. So when 1 spoon.
Oh, well, that's a totally different story.
Yeah. So autoimmune it's lupus and fibromyalgia, all these things. But so a lupus affects the bones. Okay. So for me to open my eyes and to say, okay, help me get this day going, for me to think about that before I even put a foot on the ground is 1 spoon. Then for me to get on the ground and go down 3 steps to say good morning to my family is another step. To just get my day, to get out the door, hopefully within a 2-hour time frame, is another 3 spoons.
Okay.
So then by the end of the day, by the end of my day, I could be minus 10 spoons.
Yeah.
So that's
you need a knife and fork.
So these are my extra and a steak knife. Let's get the whole. Yeah, let's get the spatula.
But you need the whole dishware set because that's not enough.
Let's get the pots and pans.
Well,
so that's why I wear these, because they're extra spoons for me.
Well, they're really cute. I really like them.
Do you like that idea, though?
I like the idea. I'm really sad that you need the whole dishware and everything together just for one day. Imagine how many you have to buy.
I know. Well, you might have. Now you know what to get me for Christmas.
Okay.
Silverware.
All right, I will do that.
Preferably just a straight spoon set would be good.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to tell everybody, thank you guys for tuning in. We're running out of time.
Okay.
So we have to make sure we say goodbye. And just make sure to follow us.
And make sure you love your neighbor.
Yes, make sure you love your neighbor. Look for Amy. If they wanted to leave a comment, where can they find you?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram.
What is your handles?
I don't even know anymore. I mean, on Instagram, I'm Aimster33. And I don't know what I am.
I thought you were like Queen something.
No, my friend calls me Queenie. I have a lot of nicknames. We'll get into that next show. I'll tell you about all my nicknames because I've been all over the country and I've accrued a nickname in every state I've been in.
Oh, that's
really
tough.
Not every state, but a lot of them.
All right, good. Well, just find me up. I'm in Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anybody.
You'll see us on Snapchat.
It is Gami Nieves. And we'll have our own Snapchat.
Okay, let's hug.
All right.
Okay. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Okay, that's it.
Don't get jealous, Gula.